Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing, and today we are embarking on yet another writing vlog. It is Thursday, June 29th. I did not write at all last week. Editing work has been really busy. I have been working outside a lot in this beautiful summer weather that has arrived in the mountains, and it's just been a busy time. But I did pull my book out last night. I worked on it for probably about 45 minutes and I got about 400 words written. And I say about 400 because while I was reading through what I had been working on previously, I was kind of adding and changing things a little bit along the way. So I know for certain I wrote like 340 new words, but with the other stuff I added, I think I'm probably sitting at about 400 words for last night. The book is at 120 pages, just over 43,000 words, so it's still a bit short for like an average length manuscript, but I'm aiming, I'm sure you know at this point, for about 50 to 55,000 words. I think that'll be a really good length for this story. I'm about to get started on chapter 21. Chapter 20 is super long. I think it's at like 10 pages unformatted on Microsoft Word. So I am about to move into chapter 21, and I know that I am approaching the like big battle climactic scene, so that is exciting. I need to return to my outline, as I often do, to make sure I know how I am going to get there and how I am going to kind of transition into that scene, into that big important scene. So before I get started writing, I'm going to return to that outline, probably do a little bit of work on that, and then we'll be able to start writing for the day. So welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let's go ahead and dive back into my outline. So I'm working on chapter 21 and I wrote 471 words, so pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that considering, again, I took like a week and a half off from writing. So I am going to leave it there for now. I am pretty hungry. I had a really, ow, Mew is clawing me. Come on up. And I've also been playing Hogwarts Legacy, and it is so good. If you are somebody who enjoys video games and you have been playing Hogwarts Legacy, please let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. I am maybe, I don't know, 30% of the way through the main quest, I think, and I am just loving it so much. I'm really impressed by the design of the game and the overall like look and feel and aesthetics of it. So that is what I have been doing when I probably should be writing. I have been playing Hogwarts Legacy, so I'm sure I'll play more of that tonight. I'm gonna go probably make something to eat here very soon, and I will check back in when I am writing again. Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of July, and I did not write at all this past weekend. I think I told you that I was gonna have like a writing weekend and vlog, and it just did not happen at all. The weather was beautiful, and as I've stated before in past videos, I have a really hard time sitting down and writing when it is summer and it's just beautiful out because I want to be out doing things. But it has been a very rainy day. That's why it's kind of dark in here right now. It's probably about 4 or 4:30. Actually, it's closer to 5 at this point. It's almost 5 p.m. I finished my work today, but it was a little bit of an odd work day because the thunder and lightning, I believe it was lightning, knocked out our power, and it was out for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours today, but I was able to get my copy editing pages done for the day, and now I have some potato soup and fresh bread going. I have what looks like a glass of red wine, and I wish it were red wine, but it's actually just tea. So I have a glass of tea here. Dinner is already cooking, and we're gonna sit down and write a little bit. I've been really struggling lately with pulling my attention away from other things, whether it's playing Hogwarts Legacy or even just like watching Netflix. I've been having a really hard time pulling my attention away and focusing on writing. So I know that that's something I could be a little bit more mindful about, but it's just been a struggle lately. So I haven't written since the last time I saw you. I think that was like Wednesday or Thursday. So we're going to open my document and see what I can get done. I am still working on chapter 21 out of a planned 23 at this point. All right, I'm going to turn on my playlist, my soundtrack, and get started. I did a 15-minute sprint and it yielded exactly 400 words. Which is really awesome for 15 minutes, especially given I've been away from this project for days again. It has started raining once more. If you watched my previous writing vlog, I was rather sad that the hail had really damaged my garden, and it taught me an important lesson. So today, when I saw the storm coming in and the wind started to kick up, I ran out to my garden and I covered everything except for the onions, because the onions don't get, I mean, they can get damaged if the hail is big enough, but they generally don't get damaged by the little hail. They're quite hardy. So I covered everything except the onions, and everything has been covered for hours now. Like it's after 5, and I think I covered everything at like 11 when the storm moved in, because it just keeps raining and hailing on and off. So yeah, that was what I did earlier today. I don't remember how I got on this conversation, this topic, but 400 words written so far. I am going to go out to the kitchen and check my bread dough. I have it rising right now. It's been rising for probably an hour. I'm going to go check on it, see if I need to punch it down and let it do its second proof, I think it's called. And then I will probably, I finished my cold tea. I think I might pour myself hot tea since it's kind of cool today. And tomorrow's going to be even cooler. I think it's supposed to be in the high 60s here tomorrow. So our summers are quite cool here. They are the most beautiful summers I've ever experienced. They're just gorgeous. So yeah, I think I'm going to go pour a hot tea, check that bread dough, and then be back for another 15-minute sprint. All right, it is 6:15. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my writing time. I am actually quite impressed with how many words I wrote in a relatively short amount of time. I think I've been sitting here working for about an hour. Granted, I was getting up every, 15, 20 minutes to go check on dinner. I prepped the bread to go in the oven, stuff like that. More hail hit, more rain, more thunder. It's just been really, really rainy today. But anyway, I wrote 1,020 words today. I am just so happy with that. I was really on a roll. I am in the big climax, the big battle scene, whatever you want to call it. So I am having a really good time with it. We are sitting at 125 pages and 44,579 words. Oh my gosh. We are about to hit 45,000, and I'm still thinking I'm gonna break into 50K by the end of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out my stickers from Mandy Lynn's Stone Ridge Books. I am always happy when I can use one of these stickers because I have been struggling for so long to actually focus on writing. So I'm gonna go ahead and write my word count down on one of these stickers. I'm gonna put it in my 2023 planner. This is the planner I designed, by the way, if you didn't know. And I am designing planners for 2024 as well, because this planner has just worked so well for me. I'm really happy with it. And I'm already working on some designs for 2024. So if you are ever interested in buying a planner, I do have this one listed on my website. It's up on Amazon, and I'm gonna have new ones out for 2024. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and write down my words for the day, put that in the planner, and then I'm gonna go have some potato soup and fresh baked bread. And I will see you, hopefully, very soon with another writing session. All right, see you then. Hello friends, and happy Thursday. We are now a week in to this vlog. It is Thursday evening. I think it's about 6:45. I am going to go feed the horses here very shortly, give them their mash, chop off the hay bags, take off their fly boots, that kind of stuff. I try to wait until it has cooled off and the sun is kind of going down to do that, because that's when the flies kind of chill out and stop bothering them so much. So I'm gonna do that here in a little bit. And I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and write. So we are going to dive right in. I am right at the beginning of the big battle, the climax scene. So there is a lot of fun stuff to write. All right, word count is 44,579 and I'm at 125 pages. With that update, let's get started. Alright, I just came in from feeding the horses. They are doing well, and I was pretty happy because while I was out there, 3 birds were using the bird bath I put out, and it just makes me so happy to see them using it. So it is probably close to 7:30 or 8. Alright, it's 7:45 now. I've written less than 300 words, so I definitely want to get more words written. I just poured myself another cup of tea. Cold tea, that is, and I'm gonna get right back to it. All right, it is almost 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my writing session. It went really, really well. I ended up writing 1,275 words. I'm sitting at 45,857 words and 128 pages. I am still working on chapter 22. I wrote the big battle scene. I do think I'm going to want to go back during revisions and add a lot more action and detail to that scene. Like I've said in previous vlogs, I have become very much an underwriter. I tend to just get, and I don't mean to be that. It's not like I'm aiming to just get like a bare bones story out. That's not my goal, but it's just kind of the way that it happens. So I'm getting the story out, but I already know that in revisions, I want to really add a lot of detail and make this world and all of the characters more vibrant, hopefully help them jump off the page. So that is something I'm definitely going to aim to do during revisions, but this is still the first draft, so I don't need to do all of that right now. 1,275 words, so I'm going to write that down, put a sticker in my bullet journal, and I'm gonna go get ready for bed. Maybe I'll watch a writing vlog or two. I have a feeling Greg's gonna be up late playing his game. So I am wrapping it up here, and I will catch you again hopefully tomorrow. I feel like I'm on a roll right now, and I am just so close to finishing this book. Hopefully we will finish the book in this vlog. We'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. All right, I will see you the next time I'm writing. Hello everybody, happy Saturday. It is Saturday at about noon, and I want to do a little bit of writing today, and there's something else I've been working on as well. I have been rereading Seven Figure Fiction by T. Taylor. I read this back in, I think, March. I know that it was when I got really sick. Greg and I both came down with something, and I recall reading this around that time. But I don't think I was really diving back into my paranormal romance yet at that time. But anyway, I have been rereading this. I think it's a really helpful book in terms of teaching you different ways to look at your story and why readers might enjoy your story. It's especially helpful for romance writers, I think, because the author writes romance, so she pulls a lot of examples from that genre. But this can be helpful even if you don't write romance, because when I was reading this before, I think I was really focusing on Whiskey City then and thinking about universal fantasy regarding Daisy's story. So definitely an interesting, I don't know if I would call it a craft book, but an interesting book if you are a writer and want to learn a little bit more about how to make sure a reader will enjoy your story. Anyway, I have been rereading this. I started this 2 nights ago and I only have this much left. So I have almost totally reread it and I've been taking notes down. This is a book that I've had for so many years. So I've been taking notes in here while reading about, like, honestly, I'm writing down revision notes, things that I already know at this point, having not even finished the first draft yet, things I already know I want to work on in the second draft. For example, more world building. I know that that's already something I want to put more energy into, especially because I'm an underwriter, like we've discussed. And I've also been writing down some universal fantasies to really expand upon and to make sure that those are things that I put in my marketing copy so that the right readers can find the story. So this has been really helpful. It's been really enjoyable. And I think what I'm gonna do is maybe pour myself a glass of iced tea and read a little bit, keep taking some notes, and yeah, enjoy the weekend. And we'll see how far I can get in my book this weekend, and I will probably wrap up the vlog on Sunday. So we'll see where I'm at by the end of tomorrow. But let me go grab something to drink. It's a beautiful day, and we will continue reading and taking notes. I hear you. Okay, I finished my second read through of Seven Figure Fiction, and like I said, I was like jotting down notes while I was reading, and immediately when I was done reading it, I went and I wrote a new version of my book blurb. I've been working on a couple versions of the blurb, essentially, I don't know, since I kind of restarted this project, and the one I just wrote I think is better than all the other ones I've written because I was using the idea of universal fantasy and really trying to figure out, all right, which readers am I trying to appeal to? And once I know, okay, the reader I am, you know, my ideal reader likes these different elements of story, so I need to take those elements and put them in my marketing copy so that they know what kind of book this is. With that in mind, I went ahead and I wrote another blurb. It went so smoothly and easily, and I got some of those universal fantasies in there. So that's really cool. Greg just made me a tofurkey sandwich. So I'm gonna have a sandwich, drink my iced tea, and I'm gonna start writing. That's good. Okay everybody, I had a fantastic writing session. It is 6:30 and I've been kind of writing on and off for the past couple hours, but I just did my word count and I wrote 1,217 words today. I am sitting at 131 pages, 47,077 words. So I am less than 3,000 words away from hitting 50K. I am still working on chapter 22, but now that I think about it, I might need to break this into 2 chapters. We'll see by the time I'm done. I feel like it's getting a little bit long, but I haven't come to a point where I feel like it's a really obvious end point for one chapter. So we'll see what I end up doing with that, probably in revisions, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably wrap it up for the night. I hope to return to this tomorrow, finish up this chapter, and then, okay, my camera is dying, but then there will only be 1 chapter left. So I'm wrapping it up here, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. It is almost 2 o'clock on Sunday. I have not yet written anything today, but I'm very excited to report, like very, very excited to report. I just finished the entirety of book 2's outline. So you may or may not recall that I think it was over a year ago, like last June, I sat down and I loosely outlined a romance trilogy, which I'm now working on. But when I did that loose outline, book 1 was pretty much outlined, book 2 had some plot points, and book 3 mostly just had like a summary and a plot point here and there. I sat down and finished the entire outline for book 2, and I am yet again using the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure by Caddy-tastic. That's where I first learned about it, and I can link it down below if you are interested. But I like just grabbed my phone, like with my playlist on it, my stories playlist. I went and sat outside and I just listened to music and wrote down ideas, and I was able to outline the entire second book. So now I can finish up the first draft of book 1 feeling good, feeling excited, knowing that I now know, hi Mew, I now know where I'm going with book 2. So here it is. This is my book 2 outline, and now I think I'm gonna get something to eat and see if we could potentially finish the book today, or at least get very close to finishing the first draft of book 1. All right, now that I have the entire book 2 outline handwritten, I am going to transfer it into a document on my computer. I made myself some lunch, so once I'm done transferring that outline over so that I have it saved and backed up, we will get started working on what might be the end of this book. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Okay, it's just after 5 p.m. I've been writing for a while. I made some mint sage sun tea this morning and then popped it in the fridge so it's nice and cool now. Oh, it's so good. And I am about to finish this book. I have written, wow, quite a bit more than I thought. Wow. Okay, I've written 2,644 words so far. I did not expect that. That's way more than I thought I'd written. And I'm about to finish. I am at the end of chapter 23. We're finishing this book today. Okay, everybody, I have officially finished the first draft of my paranormal romance, and I am so happy about it. I'm honestly really relieved because there was that fear nagging in the back of my mind of like, oh, I'm just going to, you know, keep kind of falling off the wagon and I'm never going to get anything done. But I pressed through, I did it, and the book is complete. It is 50,176 words, so it just barely skirted into that 50K territory, but I did break 50K, and it is barely 139 pages, and I am just so happy about this, and now we get to transition into editing vlogs. And oh my gosh, I would much rather, most of the time, I would much rather edit than write new content, because getting that story figured out in the first place is just so hard for me. But I feel really happy with how this story came together. There are definitely developmental things that need to be revised, expanded upon, smoothed over, stuff like that. But now, as of today, I also have a completed outline for book 2. So I'm also ready to step into the first draft of book 2, which is just absolutely amazing. So Thank you guys if you have been following along on this journey. I have officially finished the first draft of my newest book, and we get to move into editing now. I will definitely be filming those vlogs along the way, and when I start writing book 2, you will know about it. So I will keep you updated. Thank you for watching this vlog. It might be a pretty long one. I was determined to finish my book in this vlog. Yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video, and we'll follow up with my plans for revision and how I plan to tackle the developmental content revisions for my first draft. So stay tuned for those, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.